Hello doctors and nurses, this is Alex from Swoosh English, and today I'm going to be talking about OET writing because inside our OET program here at Swoosh English we have a lot of doctors and nurses who are going through the program, focusing on all aspects of their OET, and at the moment we're getting a lot of doctors and nurses who are posting their referral letters and their discharge letters inside our Facebook group where they get unlimited corrections from our UK native OET teaching team and myself. And one of the things that I wanted to point out today is the mistakes that I'm seeing, the basic mistakes that seem really obvious to a lot of students, but then they're not so obvious to others. So each student has their own difficulties, I suppose, when it comes to, different aspects of the OET writing examination. Some I find it difficult with grammar. Some have difficulties with paragraphing. Some students have difficulty with selecting the right information from the case notes. Some students write too much. Some students don't get to the point, etc., etc. So today and for the next few days, I'm going to be going through some basic grammar mistakes that I'm seeing again and again from students. And these are very basic things. And today I'm going to be speaking about singular versus plural nouns, because a lot of students in our program, they seem to have this issue with singular and plural nouns. And like I said, I'll talk about some of the other difficulties they have in upcoming videos. But today it's singular and plural. And I should say as well that grammar accounts for 20% of your score. So if you're looking to get a grade B in OET writing, and I should say this is the most difficult area to get a grade B, if you want that, you need to master the basics. And this goes back to general English that you did at school. So grammar is really, really important. And singular and plural nouns can really alter the meaning of what you're trying to say and the information that you're passing across. For example, you could be a doctor referring a patient to a specialist, and the specialist needs to know exact and specific information. So if you, I use an example, something like, Mr. Taylor had operation or had operations. Okay. So operation, maybe you didn't use, for example, an article like had an operation, so it's one. Or you could say maybe he had more than one operation, but you just said had operation. Okay, maybe it should have been had operations. Or for example, if you needed to quantify and put several operations. So really you have to look at your basic grammar. And the best way to do it really is to get someone to give you feedback, ideally a native English speaking OET teacher. So really be careful. And this also ties into proofreading at the end of your letter. So with the 40 minutes that you have to write, you should be spending, a good few minutes at the end once you've completed, your main body paragraph, your introduction, etc., and your closing sentiments. Once you've done that, you should be leaving some time for proofreading. It's really important because those grammar mistakes can definitely cost you a grade B. So singular and plural, go back to basics, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you want to go on Google, for example, and look at the difference between singular and plural, I get a lot of Middle Eastern doctors who have difficulties with singular and plural. Maybe some Asian students, Hong Kong, for example, Chinese, they also have difficulties with singular and plural because it's not really, it's not part of their language to specify in this way. And, the way that we put, for example, operations, an S at the end for plural. So that's a very quick video today about the importance of grammar and singular and plural. I'll be doing some more videos about this very, very soon. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the message box. And for more free OET materials, make sure you go to swooshenglish.com, and we'd love to help you. Thank you very much.